Okay, so after formulating the hypotheses and everything, now the researcher can actually start making the research design. And the research design is basically the plan, okay, the researcher is going to follow to achieve the goals of his research. Now let's take a look at the definition. So it's a conceptual framework that guides research. وإحنا وش قلنا it's a plan. اسمها هي الخطة اللي يتبعها researcher. Ensuring efficient data collection to yield relevant findings while minimizing effort and resource expenditure. This is it. When كي نقولوا حنايا a research design, we are talking about what exactly? We are talking about every single thing in the research. And if you are a researcher and you are conducting a research, then of course you'll be collecting data. To collect data, you will need what? You'll be needing data collection tools, data collection methods and techniques, and etc. All right? And you will be also analyzing the data to obtain results. All of this is actually included in the research design and is fueled by your hypotheses, your questions, your problem, your purpose. Okay? So defining the purpose is extremely important. Okay? It clarifies the study's goals, ensuring that data collection and analysis are appropriately aligned with the research objectives. Now, في كل research راح يكونوا عندنا كما نقولوا احنا الكاتيجوريز. اوكي سما research تاعك راح يكون maybe exploratory, explanatory, descriptive, experimental. I don't know, it depends on your goal, on your purpose, on your objectives, etc. Okay, so I'll be providing you with an example from our dissertation. So for us, it was an exploratory case study design. Okay, so it was basically an in-depth investigation of a specific and a researched phenomenon. This is why قلنا exploratory, because we were basically exploring هذا topic in Algeria, okay, in the Arabic context. هذه هي والإكزامبل هاني قلت لكم focus on Arabic speaking children with Down syndrome and agrammatic brachysophagia. Exactly وش كنا نديرو كنا حابين نعرفو. هذه was one of the things اللي كنا حابين نلحقو لهم, because again اللي شافوا last video قلنا كانوا عندنا 3 hypotheses. Okay, so the first one كانت أنه هذا representations تاع agrammatism راهم كاينين في children here in Algeria. Okay, so this is it. We were basically exploring the situation here. To do this, I mean to explore, وش لازمنا دوكا research design type. وكي نقولوا research design type, we're basically talking about the methods, the techniques, okay? So the importance of this, ensuring efficient data collection to yield relevant findings while minimizing effort and resource expenditure. For us, again, نرجع الexample تاع our dissertation. For us, درنا a mixed method approach وهدرنا من قبل. Like we've talked already about mixed method approaches and everything. Again, it was an exploratory case study. Look, احنا له درنا a mixed method approach. It was just to balance those in-depth insights. اسمه يكونوا عندي هذوك in-depth insights اللي هما وشي هما. كي نقولوا in-depth insights, this is qualitative data, okay? With what? With measurable data اللي هي quantitative one. Validating findings across sources. Okay, وقلت لكم من قبل في ال previous videos باللي درنا triangulation. Okay? هذه هي examples اللي درناهم حنايا. وش هما الميثودز اللي درناهم؟ درنا qualitative methods اللي كانوا semi-structured interviews و classroom observations, ودرنا quantitative method اللي كانت standardized tests و linguistic assessments. This is it. Now let's take a look at the key considerations for any research design. Okay? The first thing, information gathering. يسمى لازم على حساب كل كل hypothesis okay every hypothesis يكون يقابلها الميثودز اللي رايحين يعاونوك to affirm it ولا to deny it at the end okay هذه هي methods أكو على بالكم like interviews tests observations whatever like methods كاين بزاف على حسب ثاني purpose تاعك على حسب okay هذه first thing to do أنه تكون حاط في راسك كيما احنا كانوا عنا 3 hypotheses okay the ones اللي شافوا last video again كانوا عنا 3 hypotheses I would say for each hypothesis كانوا عندنا a set of methods okay والhypotheses since I've told you before that they were interrelated ثاني الميثودز نتاعنا كانوا correlated يسمى it was all like a chain like something leading to the next one okay عنا skills و resources this is so important okay نمدلكم مثال so I worked with a friend of mine who didn't understand Arabic I would say and so in here the skills okay this is why I had to administer the test this is why I had to do the observation because my partner could not understand Arabic so he could not observe children speaking Arabic in a classroom سما هنا researcher لازم عليه يكون على باله واش راهو يدير على باله اسكو skills تاعو رايحين يخليوه يدير هذا ال collection method ولا لا okay this is so important وثاني resources okay كيما أنا ما قدرش نقولكم I'll be working with DS children of certain age in a classroom هما ما كانش أصلا a classroom of DS children you see so this is so important تروحوا تشوفوا كاين هذه الحاجة ما كانش اسكو هذه الحاجة نقدر نديرها is it feasible or not this is so important وskills نتاوعي اسكو انا skills تاوعي يخليوني ندير هذه الحاجة ولا ما يخليونيش نديرها اوكي هذه هي عندنا الاورجنايزيشن وديجا هدرت لكم على الاورجنايزيشن قلنا structured process for data integration and analysis. So I've already told you believe for us the methods, the techniques, everything we used, it was more like a chain. So we had like a very solid logic behind the structure, behind the order نتاع methods هذوك, okay? And no, we've started first with teachers giving us insights, and then we could actually make the test with those insights in hand, and then we could actually observe, and then we gathered the data, and then after analyzing the data we could finally ask a geneticist okay about their opinion regarding the data. You see, so we did not collect data كامل نتاع all the methods ومن بعد رحنا درنا الاناليسز. No, we were analyzing and collecting the data في نفس الوقت. Okay, so بعد ما جبنا هذوك الانترفيوز اللي درناهم مع teachers and everything مع the psychologist قدرنا بعد ما نجيبوا هذيك الداتا we analyzed the data, we got the results و based على هذوك results we created the test. You see, and then we gathered data from the test and كانوا عنا certain points اللي نقدروا نركزوا عليهم في observation, and then we collected data من observation من test ومن interviews اللي درناهم مع teachers, and we went to ask a geneticist about basically everything we've collected. Okay, so the logic behind how you organize your methods is vital. Okay. And finally, time and budget, and researchers do not underestimate this, okay? Especially time. بقى أنا باش نجي نقول I will be doing or I will be having four collection methods, and I will be doing the analysis, and I will be creating a database, and I will be doing triangulation, and I will, and it's like an under research topic, and I am basically exploring something. Okay, so in here time is so important. سما لازمكم always يكون عندكم plan A B C باش ما تضيعوش وقت. أنا ما مشاتليش plan A, this is my plan B, let's carry on. Okay, and commitment is a key, so you have to be committed. Like, I will be collecting the data tomorrow, that means that I'll be doing it tomorrow. I will be analyzing it in 2 days. I will be analyzing it in 2 days. Okay, so try to be committed. Doka, let me take you to my dissertation. All the things that we've said, وين رايحين نلقاوهم والله وين رايحين نديروهم, like where to find everything we've stated before, like once reading a dissertation or a thesis or whatever, like where to find those focal points. So generally speaking حيكونوا في chapter 2 for those اللي يديروا theoretical framework هو chapter 1 because it depends on the philosophy that you're following, but for us it was in chapter 2 اللي كانوا فيها research methods and design. Of course you'll be having an intro في هذا chapter, the ethical considerations, okay, all of that, because it was a very sensitive topic, you know, like working with DS kids, a lot of things to be stated. And then you will be having the research methodology and design, so it's 2.3, okay? In here we've stated exactly why we went for this and why we went for that, etc, etc. Okay, and in here you can see that I've been using references, and I've been trying to state briefly, like at first, the whole plan, and then I went to talk more about every single point. We have stated that we've been using an exploratory single instrumental and a holistic case study that includes a mixed method approach. And then we want to specify why exactly inductive reasoning, why exploration, like why exploratory, why a case study, etc, etc. Why deductive reasoning also. قلنا باللي استخدمنا a mixed method approach that was employed, integrating qualitative, quantitative data collection and analysis techniques. أنا قلت لكم ديجا على triangulation of data and the enhancement of reliability and validity of the findings, etc. مهم هنا تحكيو لا درتو هذا الحاجة, you will be always supporting it with references. Okay, this is it. Of course كاينة حاجة اللي تمشي مع research methodology and design اللي هي وش هو the sampling technique. لباكم بلي هذو ثاني they are interrelated. So I mean كي نقولك أنا مثلا I'll be doing 4 methods, 4 data collection methods, to whom I'll be administering it. This is so important. For us we had 2 samples, like we had a primary and a secondary sample. We'll be talking about this in details inshallah, but for now you just have to know this, that while actually preparing your research design you have to keep an eye always on your sampling techniques. Okay, this is it for today, until next time.